Hello everyone, it's Captain Kraken and welcome back again to our driver series where we take each of the drivers and go through all the cars with them, showing off the different combinations, the strengths and weaknesses of each, kind of giving you guys a base idea on how you can build it out. This will actually be part 7 with Zed, and today we'll be featuring the Beta Elemento. Let's go ahead and get into the stats. As far as condition goes, it's about average at 100, but it does have a bit above average handling at 13. So this is going to allow us to play quite a few cards every turn, which is really good. And we'll actually need this simply because of the play style that we're probably going to have with this car. It is very unique, similar to the Brawler, but we'll get into that in just a second. As far as its bash handling and just bash damage, it's at 2, similar to the Rodent that we just did last time. So again, this car really doesn't want to be up in the middle of things in the fray. Kind of wants to play behind enemies, simply because if you look up here, there's actually no rear weapon on this car, which is the quirkiness about it here. So we generally want to move back and then use our front firing weapons and our top weapons to do damage to enemies that are in front of us. Looking at the car cards here, we have double clutch for 2. Early on, it allows us to move forward and back. But then as we move up, it actually offers a ton of versatility in being able to move us on that vertical plane as well. Really like this card. It's good priced and does quite a bit for us. We also have manual here, another all-around good card. It draws us 2 cards and then shifts us up gears early, and then at gear 3 through 5 we just flat out draw cards. So this car is really good about giving us the consistency we need to be able to play exactly what we need at the right moment. Crankshaft here, another good card, has overload on each one of its phases here, which is great, just increases the damage on all of our weapons. But then when you get up higher here, it actually draws us cards again. Same with oversteer here in 5th gear, we get the overload stack and we can draw more cards. So a ton of card draw with this. This paired up with Zed's ability to cycle cards, we should always have the right card at the right time, which is what I love about this car. Looking at its engine and wheels, it has the default that every car has. So we'll go ahead and move on to the weapons here. On top it has a stereo blast. Not a big fan of this, simply because of this car's playstyle. Where it wants to be behind, you have to be on the sides of enemies to be able to use this. And since it's such high handling damage, it could force a skid and have them run into us, which is not ideal. So I don't know how much play this will actually have, and we'll probably switch it out fairly quick. Up front, it's got the plasma shots. Again, it has the handling damage here, but we should be back far enough that they won't be able to skid into us. So it's just a little added bonus. Again, we'll probably switch this out once we get into the build here. If you notice, there's actually a good combo. If you've seen in the other playthroughs, there's a weapon called Discharge, and I think that's what we'll try to equip on this card. Discharge will actually hit the enemy and then allow us to move back and stack up overload. So we can make an overload based build here if we get that card. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this and actually see what components we get and see what we can create. Alright, let's take a look at the battle map here, try to find our sponsor. We actually found it on the first one there. Let's go ahead and see what we have as far as our pathing goes. Have the 2 fights before the finals like we'd like, so we'll probably take this top route here. We do have a few repair options. I like this top route, but I like the early fights here, so we'll probably take this bottom one and then come up. Let's go ahead and see what our gadget is. We got the stupid random game, the rage at the beginning of battle, which is fantastic. So we'll go ahead and take that. And again, we'll take this bottom path here. Got the wheel buggy to start with. Shouldn't be too bad, just got to keep our distance because of the burst damage he can do with those all-out shots there. So with this Elemento here, we kind of want to get back and stay back. It doesn't have its rear weapons, so we're going to be relying on the top and the front here. So we're just gonna focus our build on moving backward. So we'll go ahead and do that. I think we'll shift up with our tune in. We'll use our crankshaft to move back 2. And then I think we'll probably use our double clutch to move back 2 more. And then we'll use our to the left to come up here and get a plasma shot in on this guy. Hopefully get lucky, run him into the wall here. Fantastic. So we could go ahead and replace those plasma shots with our submachine gun burst here. It would allow us to fire into multiple lanes, which is pretty good. I actually think I like that a little better than these plasma shots. They are a little cheaper, but again, they don't have the ability to hit multiple lanes. Not a fan of this engine because again, we want to be behind. So I think we'll take the submachine gun shot and submachine gun burst here and equip those. Okay, we got the red and blue drone duo here. Shouldn't be too difficult as well. If you've been following the series here, these fights aren't too difficult, especially with rage at the start. We can pretty much one-shot these guys. I think we'll actually use our manual here. We'll shift up a gear, actually 2 gears. That drew us some cards there. We actually have our to the right, which is great. So we'll go ahead and move down, and then some machine gun shot to finish that one. And then I believe we'll probably use our crankshaft to move back. We won't get to take full advantage of both of those overload charges, but we'll have one for next turn. And then we'll use double clutch here to move back a little more. Then I think we'll just go back with our ride on and we can just go ahead and submachine gun burst this guy here. And I'm actually going to use our hands off, get rid of these stereo blasts to try to get our other submachine gun, which we didn't do. So I think we just move backward, honestly, and just keep creating that distance from him, force him to come back to us. He is in 4th gear, so he's going to be able to move quite a bit. We can actually to the right here. It'll pull us down and back 1. Could let the rock finish him off, but I think we'll just do it with our submachine gun burst here. Looking at these options, I don't ever take this one simply because of that wheel block. It is good if you can get up to higher gears. I just don't like that. This power shift also wants to move us forward, and we really don't want to do that. So I think we'll keep what we currently have as of now. And then the Hot Wheels here gives that burning debuff on us. It does apply to the enemies, but we're not going to be super close to be able to hit them with it. So I don't like any of these, but I think we'll take this one. We could switch it out if we do need it, but we'll probably wind up selling that. Another BB wheel buggy here. Same strategy as before, keep the distance and try to get some shots on them. I think we'll manual here, draw some cards, and shift up. Didn't really get anything that I wanted. I want to get our other submachine gun burst, so we'll do this. Probably toss both of these stereo bursts, to be honest. Did get our submachine gun burst there, which is great, so we'll go ahead and use it. and then I'll try to move up and finish them off. We could switch this out with the loudspeakers, which isn't a bad idea. It does have that weird diagonal that I tend to not like, but it allows us to shoot forward still, and we don't run the risk of them skidding into us. So I think we may take this and replace it. Again, don't want the advance because we're kind of moving back. And this moves us forward and then back, so I really don't like this one either. So I think we'll just take the lead spray and double barrels here and call it a day. Nowhere close to our threshold we'd like to keep, so we'll go ahead and look here. I do like the adherence and wheel block. Gives us that shield, gives us some cheap movement here along with that handling shield and some condition. So I'll probably go and switch that out. And let's see what else we get. Again, these are kind of expensive. We're not really going to be doing a whole lot of bashing with this. We only have the 2 and 2 on the damage and then condition damage. So don't really like this at all. Again, probably something we'll wind up selling. Got the 2 blue drones and a red drone. We'll probably move back on these blue drones right away and try to deal with them and then force this guy to come back to us. Unless we get our submachine gun burst right away, we can just do that. I think we'll manual again, shift up, and then we can actually double clutch back here. I think we'll actually use our braking bad first though, because our double clutch allows us to move down as well. So if we use our double barrels, I'm trying to see how we could do it here. We would have to be here for it to activate and then here again. So we can't quite reach that with double clutch, unfortunately. So I think we'll just keep going back. We use this and then use our double clutch to go straight back on them. Go ahead and use our submachine gun shot here to do some damage there. And then I think we'll actually replace some cards here. Probably toss back the adherence and the oversteer. We did get our crankshaft, which will allow us to move back. We can actually move back just one here. Get those overload charges and finish this one off. And I think we'll use our ride on and force a skid out actually. We'll just move back with our ride on here and finish them off with the lead spray. So we got a couple options here. I like the firebomb with the overload charges stacking up. This can actually deal some decent damage and it applies that rumble debuff. But this is also interesting. We want to move backward, and this first gear here actually moves us back and shifts us up. So it's giving us some extra condition. But I think we'll go ahead and just take the weapon here and replace our lead spray double barrels. Just a BB buggy and the red drone, depending on where we're positioned, is who will focus. Hopefully we can get a good shot on this BB buggy here at the start to take advantage of that rage a little bit. Which we do indeed. That's great. We can actually hit both of them here. And I think we'll manual to shift up, draw some cards. We can actually hit them both again with the submachine gun burst here. And then he'll actually die to that rumble damage, so we can just end our turn. So we're again presented with this engine here, and I think we'll actually take it this time. We could run a weird build and actually equip this on the front and then something else on top and play ahead, but we don't have that rear weapon, which generally fires backward, so I don't really like that idea, so I think we'll just take our engine here. So we get the option to gain 10 or to lose 10 but gain more. I think we'll do this one. We're fairly healthy. I'd rather have more scrap. Sweet. We do have a repair coming up here, so I think we'll be okay. We'll just take our free stuff for now. Don't like these. We don't really do much bashing, so probably something we'll sell. We do have a decent bit of handling, so we could afford this, and this would also allow us to move back as well. I think we'll take this, honestly. What do we currently have? Actually, no, because we did get that upgraded, so we won't actually use that. I like what we have a little better. Focus the military hot rod here. Again, hopefully we're lined up so that we can get some good damage into them with that rage right away. And unfortunately we're not. We're pretty far down, but we can cover some distance with this adherence. Let's go ahead and manual. We got our submachine gun burst, which is good. Apologize if you hear my dog there in the background. Go ahead and hit him with this. I think we'll actually hands off here, see if we can draw some more options. Probably toss this back. We'll keep our crankshaft. Maybe the double clutch, since this will actually be able to move us up on some gears here. Ooh, we did get both of our fire bombs, but he's just out of range. We could move up one and then use our firebomb here. Don't hate that. Does start that rumble debuff on him, so I think we'll call that a turn. We luckily didn't skid out and move down there. I think we'll move up, or we'll shift up with our tune in. And then probably move forward here, so that we can get this other firebomb on him to finish him off. Rumble damage will do the job there. And then I think we'll try to move back some here, actually. He's only in second, but he'll shift up and move down, so we may take a little bit of damage here. We could force the skid, but we're at 5th gear, and I don't want to move back. We'll actually move back a little bit from this gravel lane too. Then I think we'll just finish them off with our submachine gun shot here, and then our firebomb. We do have the upgraded lead spray and double barrels here, but I'm not sure that I want to take that over what we have with the rumble and the crossbow. Hard hit, we're not really going to be close enough to apply this rumble damage, so I'm not a fan of that. Could get another crankshaft, but it comes with that engine block, so again, not a fan. I think we'll take this for some possibilities later. Definitely try to focus this spicy hot rod, and then we'll move on to this bulldozer one. We can take advantage of our rage with that submachine gun burst. And then I think we'll actually shift up here, use our wheel block to get a little more shield, and then we can actually finish him off. I don't want to move forward or move back. I'd rather move forward so that he doesn't hit us with this pinball. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll double clutch up here. Alright, and I think we'll adherence down just to create that distance, and then we want to get back, but I kind of want him to pull us back so we don't waste our turn doing it. So I think we'll load up on cards that we can use once we do get pulled back here. This lane will actually turn to a regular asphalt lane. I think we'll just oversteer and then come down and let him come down and pull us back there. Probably hands off one of the sequential gears, and we get it right back. So being patient worked out there. We'll actually just move back one with this. I just want to get those overload charges. Actually draw us a card as well. That'll make our fire bombs do a little more damage. And I think we'll just go straight back. We'll actually manual to try to get, say, our double clutch here. He actually will hit that gravel lane, which will actually move him back. We could move up to here, and that would force us back a little bit as well. I think we'll actually stay where we're at. I don't want to skid because we're in 5th gear, and we actually move down more than we move up, so I think we'll just stay here. Kind of hands off here, try to get us some options. Probably toss this back in the adherence. We've got our submachine gun burst, so we'll use that, and then we'll move up here, probably just with our tune in, and finish them off with this submachine gun shot. This right here is actually the weapons that I was looking for. The discharges here are great. Gives us the extra condition. These actually move us back as well as giving us more overload, which we already have from our engine card, or our car card. So I think I want to take these right away, and we'll go ahead and clip those. We'll definitely repair here. We might have been able to wait a little bit, but if we can stay healthy throughout this little stretch here, we can actually shop here. Have the hyper pack, so with us playing behind, it's going to stink because of these laser trails, so hopefully we can do some good damage on the first turn and end this pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and firebomb them for sure. Then I believe we'll actually manual to shift up. We got our other firebomb, which is great. And I actually think we'll try to hands off and try to find, maybe drop this in one of these. We got our other discharge, just what I was looking for. And that rumble damage finished them off for us. Not really a fan of any of these. The agile shift could come in handy for some extra card draw, but we won't really ever use this softener. And we do have the will block on the other one as well. This one does give us some extra condition. I think we'll take this out of our options here. Definitely not replacing our discharges with this. And then this one offers no movement, just some bashing capabilities. So I think we'll take this. Similar fight. Stay away from these plasma trails here. Try to deal with him on the first turn, and then we'll deal with the bulldozer after that. So we got our firebomb. We'll go ahead and use it, and I think we'll just hands off and try to get some cards here. Probably toss back the will block and the oversteer. Didn't actually get what we needed there. It's unfortunate. We'll go ahead and shift up and move back with our sequential gear. Can't move back too far, simply because he will run the risk of escaping there. I don't want to shift up a whole lot of gears simply because he will probably force us to skid, unfortunately. I might go up one more so that we can get a card draw from this crankshaft. We did get our manual there. We might actually shift up, that way if we do skid, we're a little further away from this wall. I think we'll call it there. We could actually move back one more and be okay. But if we skid, then he escapes. So we'll just end it there. Yeah, I'm definitely glad we didn't force the skid. We would have forced that escape there. That's the bad part about running this particular build and this car and playing behind, is a lot of times because the enemies are positioned so far ahead, they wind up escaping on you. We can go ahead and discharge probably this guy first and then this one, just to send us back a little more. We can use our firebomb. I'm not sure that I want to do that. We could move forward as well. I think we might do that, and then our fireball will actually hit both of these guys. And then we can actually discharge him twice now. And the rumble damage will take care of the rest for us. I think we'll go ahead and take advantage and move back 2, because he'll wind up dying. But this guy does go first. So if he comes back and hits us, we'll skid. I think we'll actually, yeah, we'll risk it here. So because those overload charges have stacked up a little bit, it's only at 2, but it makes this 6 damage now, which is great for us. We'll go ahead and use both of these. We could actually discharge here and then use the other one just to get another stack. And then that'll actually finish him off. I'm not a fan of any of these. We're not really going to use these ever. This is interesting, but again, this just offers no movement. It's just bash, and neither do these, just shielding. This one does give us more condition, as well as more handling, but they're a little bit expensive. But out of these options, I think we'll take this. Might be able to do something with it later. It's probably get sold though. So we can run the chance here of gaining 30 or losing 30. That would be most of our scrap. Don't think I want to do that. We're kind of healthy, so I think we'll just take the battle here. It's the other hyper pack, which is great with us playing from behind since he does primarily in front of him and to his sides. So this should be a decently easy fight. Sequential gear right away to shift up. And I'm actually going to shift up one more with our tune in, just so we can draw the card off the crankshaft here. We'll get those overload charges right away. Unfortunately, we didn't draw our other discharge. We actually can hands off here though. Probably toss the oversteer, maybe the other sequential gear. Still didn't draw that other discharge, but we'll go and get some damage into it nonetheless. And then we'll just go on back with our double clutch. So we'll discharge him first here, and that'll line us up perfectly for our firebomb, and it gave us another overload charge there, so that's pretty nice. Then I actually think we'll manual here to get some more options. We did draw the firebomb again, so that'll do 7. Take them down to 14, apply another 9, so it won't quite finish them off. So I think we'll just take the opportunity to back up some more, and keep our distance from him. He is in 4th gear, so we'll probably be able to catch up, but that's fine. I'm actually going to move forward here, just so we're in range if we do get a discharge. Yeah, we can actually use that, and then our firebomb. Keeps giving us all this bash stuff, which is unfortunate. We've seen this card, I think this is our third or fourth time now seeing this. Um, don't really like any of these options. Probably just take this one. Definitely will take this. We have a lot of components we don't need, so we'll go ahead and get rid of those. And then I think we can actually shop here, which is pretty nice. Don't know what our card is here. There is another card with this. I'm just not sure what it is. This could be interesting as well, simply because we do spend quite a few turns moving back. So this would give us some extra damage, but I don't know that we would do it consistently enough to actually warrant getting it right now. This is nice because it gives us some more of that overload. I wish I knew what this card right here was. It might be worth a buy even though we don't know what it is. None of this other stuff here seems very interesting. We could get this again. We do have the extra handling that we could take advantage of this, but I kind of like our capability to block. But if this one right here allows us to move back as well. So I think we'll take this and equip it. Let's see. It's actually a clutch turn, which isn't bad, especially if we're near someone. We can actually use it to shift up, but I like the handling on it as well. So I think we'll go ahead and equip that and sell off all of our extra stuff here. We'll keep this for now just in case we want to switch back to it. We have an option to do that. Probably focus the pushy buffalo here, staying away so he can't all out us, and then work on spiky from there. Would be nice to be able to move up, but I don't want to have to move back down because of this guy. So I think we'll actually just go ahead and use our firebomb here. I'm also going to use our manual to switch up a few gears. Actually drew our other firebomb, which is great. Then we'll discharge here, and we can actually do it again. And then I also believe we'll move back, probably with our right on. We'll force a skid, but we're fairly in the middle here, so hopefully we don't skid too far away. So I'm gonna hands off, probably toss back, toss back the oversteer and one of these sequential gears. Didn't draw anything that's actually super useful, so we'll just spend the turn kind of moving back, creating some distance. Can't go back too far because he's there. We can actually move down though and create some distance that way, or move up because this rock is here. Let's try a double clutch. And I think we'll just end our turn here. Maybe shift up a gear with our tune in. That way we have this to use next turn. I believe I'll actually ram him in front of us and draw the card, because I don't want to get too far away from these guys. Let's go ahead and hands off, get rid of this, perhaps the finesse. Got our firebomb here, that's good. Go ahead and get some rumble on both of them. I think we'll just discharge back, finish him off. I actually think we will use our sequential gear, go up to 5 and come back here. We're probably going to take some damage because he can shoot backward, but shouldn't be too bad. Draw some cards here with our manual. We did get both of our discharges as well as our firebomb, so we'll go ahead and use that. And then we actually need to move up to use both of these. So I think we'll use our sequential gear so that we can draw a card from it as well. Then we'll let the rumble damage finish him off. Now here's an engine that I could probably get behind. It gives us the card draw, gives us some movement, as well as the ability to get some extra rage here. We do lose the ability to shift up gears fairly quickly, but it is more condition as well. I think we'll go ahead and take this one and equip it. This is a weird one. This one will probably be in front, the Frosty Buffalo, and this guy behind. So if we try to focus him first, then he will probably escape. But if we don't push back, then he shoots us in the back. So it's going to be hard depending on what the positioning actually looks like here. This is what I was afraid of. I think we'll actually move up with our crankshaft, get those overload charges, and then unleash this as well as our discharge. But I'm going to anticipation, shift up a gear here, maybe toss back these two. Didn't actually draw our other discharge. Might try to draw it, toss this back. Again, didn't get it unfortunately, but we'll go ahead and take what we can get. Then I think we'll actually shift down here. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I might move back and just get some ram damage on him, although it won't be much. Can actually finish him off here with this and the rumble damage, so that's nice. And then I think we'll move back with our finesse here in just a sec. I think we'll shift up first. Trying to see our best course here. Yeah, I think we'll move back with our right on, and then we'll shift up with our tune in here. And then we'll probably use our oversteer, another overload charge there. Yeah, and then we can actually use our discharge. It will force us to skid, um, but I think it'll be worth it. Use our anticipation here to shift up and draw some cards. I think we'll get rid of this, maybe our wobbly maneuver. We did get our discharge again, which is great. I think we'll actually go back 2 here. Again, getting that stacked up as high as we can. Didn't actually draw into our other discharge, but I think we still have enough to finish them off. Yeah, with the rumble damage. So we'll go ahead and use this. And then we'll discharge him as well. We could equip this instead of the discharges actually, and do more of a missile build like we did on the previous run with the hot rod or the rodent. But I really like these discharges just because of that overload constantly stacking up. This engine's pretty interesting as well, but we lose out on that reckless rage. We haven't used it thus far though, so it's a hard call. I think we'll take this and maybe switch out if we find that we need some more movement. We'll go ahead and start a battle. We do have a heal coming up. Focus this guy first. Go ahead and manual to shift up here. And then I actually think we'll just go ahead and do some damage to these guys. I'd like to draw our other discharge here if possible. We didn't, however. We could move back 1 and then discharge. But I think we'll just discharge and let that move us back. And then we'll move back even further. We'll force the skid out actually here. That way we can draw a card from it. Then our discharge finishes them off. We did get the plasma marks here. It's a ton of condition on those, but I think our discharges are better. We could take this though for some more options. What are we lacking currently? I actually can't even see our garage. Maybe we look for another top weapon, but I don't know what that we would actually use over what we have currently. Maybe a drone. the upgraded drone perhaps giving us the shield. Not really sure here. Wheels were pretty good on. An engine were decent. Maybe go to new engine, see what we can find. That one's not bad. We don't really get to take advantage of it because we're not really up close bashing people though. But it's better than this fighting there. Had the possibility, but didn't happen. I think we'll go ahead and heal up here. Again, we'll try to focus this guy first and then worry about this bulldozer second. Let's go ahead and manual. We did get our other discharge as well as our firebomb there. That's great. We can actually move back one and hit them both with the firebomb still, and get our overload charge. Kind of like that. And then we'll go ahead and discharge our guy here. So both of those should die from the rumble, which is great. I actually think we'll force a skid here by moving back. Hopefully we don't skid back too much. They'll still be in line. If he bashes us though, we could run the chance of skidding again. Actually have no weapon cards here, so we'll actually toss back probably both of these oversteers, or actually one of the oversteers in the clutch turn here. Found one of our discharges, which is good. I think we'll go ahead and use it. And then we'll just back up as far as we can, trying to maintain that distance from him there. Move back another 2 if we want. Actually may use our finesse here to move up and then back, just to force them to add that extra bit of movement in. I think we'll go back with our driver card there. Let's go and use anticipation, see if we can't draw into some other stuff. Drop these 2. We did get our other discharge, so I think we'll move forward one so that we don't back up too far to use the other one. And then we'll use our reckless rage here so that we can actually finish him off. Not a huge fan of any of these. This one is okay, but probably just wind up selling it. We'll just take the 30 health here, I think. Even though we won't get a huge benefit out of it, it'll heal us all the way up there, and then we can shop here. So the high lever here is actually interesting. It'll allow us to get another rage charge there, as well as another 50 condition. I think I like that out of the other options. This one's also interesting too, but then it applies that rumble buff to us. I don't quite like that. This one's pretty interesting though. It's cheap, moves us up 2 lanes, and then gives us the gear change and draws us cards as well. I think we'll take that. We do lose that one handling, but I think it'll be okay. Sell off all this extra stuff. $230 scrap is pretty good. Again, this is nice. We're presented with it again. The Silk Margaret here. But I don't think we use it quite enough because we want to use our discharges on every turn if we can. So I don't think we'll take it here. Again, Pushy Buffalo. We've seen this guy quite a bit. And then the Spicy Hot Rod also is pretty annoying. So depending on where the position is who we'll focus first here. Go ahead and use our manual. See what we can draw here. I think we'll actually move down one with our double clutch and move back, and then we can actually hit both of these with our fire bomb. And I think we'll also use our anticipation here to draw 2 cards. Probably toss that one in our high lever. Did get us our fire bomb here, which is nice. And then we can't quite kill him, so I think we might do this, then it will guarantee that he'll die, so that's 1 less 1 for sure. Alright, I think we'll draw some cards here. Probably toss this and this back. We weren't able to get our fire bomb, so if we actually move up 1 here, I think we'll do it with our crankshaft. We can actually get those overload charges and then actually hit both of them with this. We already have the fragile debuff on us, so I think we might actually use our reckless rage here and then our discharge to for sure finish him off. So we did get engine locked, unfortunately, but I still think we should be able to finish him off here. We'll fire bomb, and then we'll use our discharge here. And that's just enough to do it with the rumble damage. So this is interesting. It actually gives us the power surge, which moves us up as well as shifts our gear, which could be a good thing. We do lose out on the extra condition, but we do get the handling. I actually think we'll just keep the discharges just so we can consistently move back. Although this one is pretty interesting, we'll go ahead and take it just in case. This engine is also pretty cool. It allows us to get those overload charges as well as draw cards and rage at higher gears, but the rest of this doesn't do much for us. So I think we'll just take this. I don't want to lose our scrap for a random component there. Got the Musk brothers. Definitely will focus this one first and then move on to this one. Hopefully he's not too far behind us that he can just unload on us with these submachine guns right away. I think we'll draw some cards. We'll toss this, probably the high lever. We got our manual, which gives us more card draw options as well. Also have our anticipation. I think we'll toss this and probably the reckless rage for now. That got us to our other discharge, which is fantastic. So we'll go ahead and unload on him. And I think we'll just do both discharges instead of using the other firebomb here. I think we'll reckless rage here, simply because I want to be able to finish this guy off. And this actually does 10, so that rubble damage will actually finish him there. And then I think we'll use our hands off, probably drop this and this. We got our other discharge there, that's great. I think we'll go ahead and shift up here, and then we'll actually use our anticipation just to get up to 5th gear here. I'm going to toss these two back, and then actually use probably our high lever here. Actually, we don't necessarily need to use that. We can just move down one, and then he's in range for our firebomb, so we'll just move down here. Here's the drones I was talking about. Unfortunately, the drone sabotage, we have to be right next to them. But it does give us those shielding options. I think we'll keep our fire bombs for now. This one is interesting though, because we get that high lever still, and we get a handling out of it, as well as the ability to get some more overload. This doesn't do a whole lot for us though. And it gives us another card in our hand. I think we'll go ahead and take it though. Definitely will focus the military first, and then the horny buffalo, or maybe get this guy right off the bat depending on where he's positioned. These guys here in the front are in perfect range for our fire bombs, so we'll go ahead and unload those on them. Then we can actually finish the military guy off with this. Kind of want to draw some cards here though, because if we can get another discharge, we could discharge him and then back up as well. I think we'll take that. Didn't get it. Let's try it again. Let's toss this back. Didn't get it there either. One more try here. We did get it that time. So we'll go ahead and use it here. And then here as well, it'll force the skid, but it guarantees both of those guys are gone. I think we just move back as much as possible. I think we'll shift up though, and then use our crankshaft to draw a card. Here, I think I'm going to anticipation as well, just to see if we can't draw some more. I'm going to keep these because we can actually use those right now. Maybe toss this back. We did get our other discharge here. I'm going to go and use the high lever. So that's 24, and that will be 25. That should be enough to finish them off here. This is interesting because it allows us to move back and gain the shield. However, I don't think I want to lose our Reckless Rage. This one also gives us 2 handling, but again, the high lever and the get in line are actually pretty useful. Maybe take this one. Not sure that we'll use it though. Captain Rick here. We'll go ahead and heal. I think this is our last time that we can actually heal here before the finals, so we'll go ahead and take advantage of it. Captain Rick's got that dig down and plow, and then starboard volleys on his sides. He also has the ability to get the punch buff here, so we just need to keep our distance from him. He does have these to move back quite a bit, but hopefully we can take him out before he does a lot of bashes. We'll manual right away to shift up here, which is good. I believe we'll double clutch to get back a little bit. Could also hands off here. Maybe toss this back and this back for now. Didn't draw us a whole bunch of options, but nonetheless, we'll move back. We'll use our discharge here. And then our fire bombs to apply some rumble on him. And I think we'll actually move back again and force the skid on ourselves. Maybe we get the lucky and move back again here. Well, that was nice of him to push us back a little more. Probably get rid of the oversteer here. Want to keep our crankshaft. Maybe get rid of a high lever. We drew our other one. Hands off to get rid of those two. Can use our manual to draw some more. Okay, so that gives us some more options here. I think we actually go ahead and Reckless Rage. And that way we do some more damage here. We could also shift up and move back one. And draw a card off the crankshaft. I actually like that a little better. Got our other firebomb. It's not bad. Go ahead and use it. I think we'll use that as well. I think we'll force a skid here too. Force a skid with our wobbly maneuver. I think we'll just go back two. That way in case we move back one more from the skid. But we could also move down. Maybe just move back one. But if that's the case, we'll just do it with this. And I think we'll go ahead and use our Reckless Rage here just to finish them off with our discharges. We do get the Creeping Death here, however we lose the benefit to move back and gain the Overload, but these do a lot of damage and we do have the ability to get Rage quite easily. So I think we'll definitely take these. Not sure if we'll switch them out. We very well could though. They're also more expensive, but we do get an extra handling as well. I think we may actually swap them, because that would be 32 damage on the rage stacks. But again, we do lose that extra mobility moving back. We'll try it, see how it works. We get his momentum converter, but it's not going to do us a whole lot of good because we don't really move forward, we move back. But nonetheless, it's still some extra damage in case we do. It's one less person we have to fight in the finals, so that's always a plus. We got the Musk brothers again, so we'll probably deal with this one and then focus here. So we'll go ahead and move down. I think with our oversteer, that'll actually shift us up as well. Take advantage of our creeping deaths while we have them. Then I believe we'll move back with our wobbly maneuver. It will force us to skid, unfortunately, but I would rather save my crankshaft for when we're higher gear to be able to use that card draw option. We might get thrown into the wall here from his volley. Oh, we actually, I should have looked, but I thought we were going to hit the wall. We use our manual here to shift up some gears. And I think we use our anticipation to go up again. Probably to toss back our high lever. Probably keep this. Maybe toss back our double clutch. We did draw a firebomb, which is nice. This one really doesn't do much for us as far as damage goes. Let's toss this and this back. Didn't draw anything. We'll use anticipation again. Toss this back. Maybe toss this back as well. Still not drawing into the stuff we need. That's unfortunate. Go ahead and target lock him though. And then I believe we'll go ahead and back up with our crankshaft. Drew another firebomb. Not the greatest, but I think we'll go ahead and reckless rage since we don't actually get the debuff from it currently, and hit him with that. We did get our Creeping Death, which actually hits both of them. We use our high lever to get another rage stack and draw some cards. So we should be able to finish both of these guys here. I do really like this. It gives us more card draw and extra handling. I'm okay with losing 20 condition. I think this one's a no-brainer. We'll take this. Puts us up to 16 handling. That's pretty good. Focus the Frosty Buffalo here, and then probably the Spicy. Again, just depends on how they're positioned. Not well at all. That's how they're positioned. I think we'll move up 2 just so we can get behind this guy and then use our manual to draw some cards here. We got one of our Creeping Deaths. Let's see if we can get the other one. Probably toss back this and this. That's 32. That's 40, 48 plus another 6. So that'll finish him off. We could actually apply the target lock and then hit him with this Creeping Death. Like that a little better, and then we'll actually move forward with our double clutch. I know we want to move backward, but I want to get away from his burst from his all outs. I believe we'll alternator here and try to draw some cards for some options here. We'll keep this. I think we'll toss our wobbly maneuver. Maybe our firebomb. Yeah. We got our target lock back. We can shift up and then use our reckless rage here. I think we'll move back and then down with our oversteer. Draw some more cards. And then we'll target lock Creeping Death this guy. Let's go ahead and manual, draw some cards. I think we'll actually adherence all the way down just to push us back some. And then we'll also double clutch back. We will have to move back up, but I want to get some distance going back the other way if we can. Go in anticipation here, shift down actually. Probably swap out this. Okay, and then I think we'll move back up with our gear here. Go ahead and get another couple raged stacks here. So we'll do one creeping death here, and then we'll move up and do the other one behind this guy. Use our oversteer. Don't really like any of these over what we currently have, so we'll just take something. I can't actually click on the finals. There we go. Alright. So we got Bolt here in a beta as well. She's got all out in the missiles, but she does have access to that rage like we do. So we'll just try to keep our distance from her, and then hopefully deal with her pretty quick with our creeping deaths. She is quite a ways back there though. Let's go in anticipation to shift here. Probably toss the oversteer and the adherence. Go ahead and use our alternator as well. Toss the wobbly maneuver, probably the high lever. So that did get us some options here to move back on her. Go ahead and shift up. I think we may actually toss back our target lock. We'll use our crankshaft and then our ride on. Yeah, she's going to be in a world of hurt on this next turn. She's got a lot of HP though. Go ahead and manual here. Move up with our adherence. I think we'll actually shift up here and use our alternator. Drop the high lever in one of the fire bombs. Then if we shift up again, we can actually use our reckless rage. So I'll go ahead and do that. Probably toss back our double clutch. And then we'll definitely reckless rage into a target lock. Into a creeping death here. I think we'll back up with our crankshaft, get those overload charges, and then actually draw a card. We got another target lock. Don't know that we need to use it right this moment. Let's go ahead and toss back probably the oversteer and then the wobbly maneuver. We got our other creeping death, so she'll be close to being finished off here. We can do it with a firebomb. None of these are any better than what we have. Probably just take this just to have it. We did get her Gear of Fear, so now whenever we shift up in gear, it's an extra 3 damage, so that's super nice. Go ahead and sign our contract and heal back up here, and then on to the Interceptor fight. Let this sit here for a sec and let people that haven't seen it actually read it here. All right, let's finish this guy off. We gotta watch. His drones, since we have the creeping death, are going to be tricky to deal with, simply because they tend to spawn either in front or behind them wherever you're not. But I think we'll go ahead and start off with our anticipation here. I think we'll get rid of our adherence and our oversteer. It did give us both of our creeping deaths here, which is great. I think we'll go back here. And then we'll move up with our tune in. We'll target lock them to get that fragile debuff on them, and then just unload. Big hits. So that will bring us into that first drone phase. I think we use our high lever here to shift up and move down to, so that we can try to get behind these guys. Plus we want to get away from him. Us with debuffs not so bad, but him with buffs is terrible. I think we'll use our alternator here. Toss back the firebomb. We use our double clutch here to move back twice, I believe. I think we'll also manual here. So we got the firebomb again, which isn't ideal. I think we'll use anticipation to shift up here. We'll keep our, actually toss this and this. We need our creeping deaths. So we'll move up here so that we're in range for this. Hopefully draw one. Again, a firebomb, not ideal. Let's crankshaft back. So we draw it there. We could force the skid here and force going back, which may not be a bad idea just to create some more distance. So we kept one of them, that's not bad. We do need to get up and take care of this drone, I think, first. This one will follow us, but this one will stay close to him. So I think we'll hands off here. Maybe toss back this and this for now. Did get us our anticipation, which can draw some more cards. Just do that. That one's still not in range, unfortunately. Hmm, very tricky here. I think we'll actually move up and do some damage to this one. We'll target lock it and hit it with a creeping death at least. And maybe this one as well. We are going to take quite a bit of damage here though, unfortunately. Not as bad as I was thinking, but still not anything to scoff at. I think we'll actually use our manual here. So we did get our double clutch, which is nice. We'll move us up some. Try to get in range of this guy. And I think we'll use our oversteer just to get us up to 5th gear. And we can use our reckless rage and then hopefully finish him off here with a creeping death. I'm actually going to use our adherence here. It will force us to skid. So hopefully don't go into the wall too many times, but I definitely want the distance from him. Everything but move us down. I think we'll use our high lever to get back up into his lane. And then we'll actually probably move forward with our right on, just so he's in range. We'll use our alternator here to draw some options. We do have the target lock now, which is good. I think we'll toss this back and this. I actually don't want to send him into this second phase yet. I want to try to push him all at once and just end him. So we'll target lock here to put the fragile on him. And I think we'll hit him with this, let him tick a little bit. I'd like to get our other fire bomb. I think we'll toss this. There's our other fire bomb, which is perfect. So that will move him down a little bit, and then we have our creeping death for the next turn. He is will locked, so he can't really catch up to us as well. So I think we'll move up here. Question is can we finish him on this turn? Let's move down with our tune in here. Go ahead and use our reckless rage. We'll firebomb him again, and then we'll use both of our creeping deaths here. It's gonna be close. Perfect. And that's another one down. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this kind of showed off the beta Elemento pretty good for you guys. It's a pretty fun car. It's really difficult to build at times simply if you don't get those front firing weapons. It makes it pretty difficult with it having the low bash damage and low bash handling. But overall, pretty fun. I appreciate you guys watching as usual. and we'll catch you next time.